So this is Blood Death Knight, and I honestly think this is one of the strongest decks I've played so far. Obviously, a 4-0 sample size is very small, but since this is a super hard control deck, games kind of took a while, so I didn't have time to play as many games as I would have liked, but overall, you have some of the best removal, if not the best removal, in the game right now, and you're able to deal with pretty much everything. Big minions from Big Paladin, no problem. A lot of early aggression from something like Outcast Demon Hunter, no problem. Blood Boil as well as gaining max HP. And then, you have pretty good late game win conditions of your own. You can buy time for Astalar, you can buy time for Alexandros or Patchwork to disrupt your opponent, or even Sylvanas, and now you actually have a way of getting tempo on the board with the new cards, the Screaming Banshee as well as the Arcanite Ripper, which can allow you to summon some pretty sizable minions relatively early on in the game, which can actually allow you to beat people by turn 6, 7, or 8. I've won games turn 20 with this deck and turn 7. Both of them will be in this video because this deck is just so flexible now. You also have ETC with a band of pretty decent cards like Smothering Starfish if you're against Paladin, Theatar if you're against a combo deck, and Obliterate if you are against something that you just need to remove immediately. So if you like watching mediocre gameplay of pretty much every deck imaginable, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It would help me out a ton, and it'll get you recommended my content more often. We're gonna keep Sylvanas, because here's my plan. We're keeping Sylvanas because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be playing Kangor. And if we can, we can yoink Kangor, we should be able to just win the game.
Need a bit more spice over here.
Okay, well, not Kangor. They're going a more aggressive deck, which means Sylvanas is not great. But I do think that it still has some merit to it because if they do something like a Countess or a big legendary minion, we can steal it or just kill it if we don't get enough infused. Oh, that's not good. A 2-2, kill off the 2-1. I need more pressure on the board to potentially help me kill this 2-3. I need every bit of stuff that I can get to try to kill this off before it snowballs out of control. Is Death Knight going to be good as it was so far? I don't know. I mean, right now I'm playing a Blood Death Knight. I think that it's still probably pretty decent. They're gonna hit first and then they're gonna play Seal of Blood, which they top decked. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play you to draw a card. What do I draw? We get Corpse Explosion, which actually isn't bad at all. Corpse Explosion is pretty decent. Worst case scenario, I can coin it out and probably kill off most things. They play a 1-1. Hopefully they don't have another Seal of Blood. That would possibly be like the nail in the coffin. But again, Corpse Explosion, if we can generate a couple more corpses, would be really, really good. This feels fine.
My client has the heart
Oh,
of a king.
okay, sure. I feel like Corpse Explosion here, although not incredible, is still fine. It's still gonna do a buttload of damage. Boom, and then it's just gonna be Corpse Explosion. I guess alternatively, I could theoretically do this, because it's really only 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, but if they play Seal of Blood, I just lose. So it has to be Corpse Explosion here. Next turn will be Ghost Rider. And then after that, we'll figure something out. But for now, I just needed to kill off that minion. Because that's the other thing, like, because of Kotari, they could still snowball pretty hard. I don't want to have to deal with that. Have you played the Tambourine Rhythm Druid? I have not, but I've seen that people have said it's fun. But also, Druid is by far the class that I've beaten the most so far today. And during theory crafting, absolutely obliterated that class. It is not good. It has like, you generate 1, maybe 2 boards, and if they get wiped at any point, you just lose. I am currently 6-0 against Druid. Just today. And that doesn't even include the theory crafting because the Hearthstone deck tracker was bugging at that point, but also I've been destroyed them in that as well. We'll take Vampiric Blood, always love to gain max HP. Oh, and we get a second one, I forgot. Remorseless Winner can get rid of a board of Divine Shields possibly, so we'll take that. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like it has its fair share of like good matchups that it can sometimes win. But I just feel like a lot of things have decent responses to it most of the time. Wow, okay. If I play you, you're going to hit. I can kill off both of these things. We're gonna go, you might be asking, for those who are asking why Tour Guide, Here's White Tour Guide. I'm able to do this for free, which allows me to not only kill this off, but kill this off, and also generate an extra corpse by playing this. It's basically you spend 1 mana, and you get a 1/1, and then you save 2 mana on the hero power. It's just like basically a coin that you can get at any point in the game for your hero power, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, was not able to play the Countess, so that kind of sucks. Or not able to snipe the Countess with the Patchwork is what I meant to say. We can snipe something with this, though. We can snipe it with Patchwork, whatever the other minion in his hand is, because we know he has that. So it's gonna be bonk. Oh my god, I trolled. Okay, well now we can't play Patchwork. I trolled super duper hard. It can be Remorseless. This hits here, and then Vampiric Blood, and then they're left with 2 smaller minions. Or we just play Gnome Muncher, and it kills that off, and then we play... I don't want to play Sir Finley, though. Let's draw a card. I trolled super hard. We get Corpse Explosion, which is actually pretty good for me. I think I just play Astalar as a 5/5, and I go face. I don't think I'm gonna die yet. I mean, what, they've got 12, 15 damage. They need to come up with 21 more. And I've got Corpse Explosion, possibly, which is not bad. Yeah, I know they have invitations. We also have Soul Stealer, so if they do flood the board, we just go boop and destroy their whole board. I can't believe I even had the plan in my brain, and then I messed it up. Is Toxic Warrior any good? I haven't played Warrior in like a decade. I'm not sure yet. Several of the games I won with that, you didn't even need the combo, because you just like out-controlled an aggro deck, which felt pretty decent. But I also think that some of the better aggro decks out there can generate enough big boards to where you just lose. I mean, I don't know, during 3 crafting, I think I went 4-4 with it. So, I mean, it felt fine, but it didn't feel nearly as strong as some of the other decks. Like, I don't know, Black Rock and Roll, sorry, I keep forgetting the name. Black Rock and Roll Warrior, I think is the better warrior deck, for sure. And here come all the invitations.
Move quickly.
I don't really mind any of these. They're gonna probably play like Silverhand Recruit, and then probably a bunch of legendary minions, and then I play Soul Stealer. Oh my, that's not good. Fair enough, that dies. They have enough time to kill everything off, though. Okay. Do they have enough time to play everything? They don't have enough time to kill everything, and I can play Blood Boil here. Blood Boil might not seem like it's all that impressive, but I think that it is. No, I think Soul Stealer is better.
So fresh.
I think Soul Stealer is better because it generates a ton of corpses for the Corpse Explosion anyway, so it kind of feeds into the next turn. And if they play 1 or 2 big minions, we can play Sylvanas. Light Show Mage? Light Show Mage is so slow. It's so slow. It can pop off for sure, but it's so slow. No Bran Patrick anymore? True. I do kind of miss the Bran Patrick play for the disruption, but let's be real. It was pretty broken. Let's be honest. But are there any good mage decks? Oh, that's why you said Light Show Mage. I think it's good, but I don't exactly know. Whoa. Oh. I forgot about that. I see. That sucks a lot of ass. We can yoink it though. I don't think they can't be running Sylvanas to take it back. I might as well yoink that and then hero power and kill off the 4/6. That's not bad. No, it doesn't suck a lot of ass. It's actually, it sucks little ass. It's pretty good. I want him to summon the 1/1 so I can play Blood Boil and heal up a ton, but that might be why they're not playing the 1/1 Silverhand Recruits, because they're trying to play around my Blood Boil, which, to be quite honest, is pretty smart of them. What has everyone in chat been having fun with? I don't care if it's good or not, I just want enjoyable. Okay, if you want enjoyable, Light Show Mage is definitely the one, because you can do some crazy shenanigans with that deck. It is quite awesome. What are you about to do? What's happening? Oh no. Oh no. That's not very good at all. Some would say. I would actually say as well. Oh no. So I believe Corpse Explosion probably is good here. Corpse Explosion into Ghost Rider. I also want to play the weapon. I want to play the weapon in Blood Boil, but I can't really afford to do that at the moment. Corpse Explosion, Instrument, Tech, Weapon. Right? I feel like that just works way better. Because it sets up and it feeds into a future turn. Like, don't get me wrong, the Ghost Rider's not bad. I'm gonna hit him in the face. Well, yeah, I'm gonna hit him in the face. That way, whenever I want to trigger this, I can just trigger it. But Blood Boil's kind of insane. We can still go Blood Boil into Ghost Rider the following turn. Yeah, I don't really mind that too much. Hopefully they hero power and summon a 1/1. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Oh, the Secret Rogue! The Thief Secret Rogue was pretty wild. That was a really wild deck, for sure, actually. You're right about that. You are 100% right. Boom into Blood Boil and heal up a bunch and just pass. We heal 10. And we get all of our things back. Change your health on each turn while equipped to improve. So, my thought was this would increase 5 times. Because it increased its health 1 time, and then 2 times, and then 3 times, and then 4 times, and then 5 times. I don't know why it didn't work like that. I feel like it should, like, it makes sense that it would, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm misinterpreting something, I don't know. Because there were 5 different instances of being healed. Each minion took damage. It's not like Rancor, right? Where Rancor, it's all the damage with 1 spell at that time. Where all the damage happens simultaneously. The Blood Boil actually does damage over time to each minion. And it's not actually being done by that card. It's after the fact, and it's taking damage in instances. I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't have worked that way, but whatever. It's fine. Let me think here. I can play Astalar, possibly. Do I want to play Astalar? I feel like I'm not going to be killing enough things. But maybe I do just play Astalar because it's an 8/8 and it's pretty good. I mean, Asphyxiate would kill off, hopefully, the 4/5. I mean, I guess I just play Astalar and Hero Power, honestly. I mean, it's 14 damage. It's an 8/8 on the board. We kill off whatever's left with this. Crazy. This goes here. This goes here. Then we get a 9/9 charge taunt minion. Friggin' crazy looking boar. And then I guess we'll just get a 2/2 lifesteal undead minion. We'll save it for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting how the card works. Druid Hero Power deck is absolutely ridiculous to play against when they both beast the first few turns. Yeah, I agree. But it's one of those things where it's like, oh, if they have specifically these 2 really good cards in the first 2 turns, then it's good. That is crazy that they got... Oh. Okay, I thought they didn't get rushed for some reason. I was about to be so sad for them. But they got it. I mean, do I just win the game? Yes. Do I feel bad about just winning the game? Oh, I guess I technically don't win the game yet. Not like straight up. Boom, Hero Power, Vampiric Blood, because why the heck not? This goes here, this goes here. This goes here to summon a thing, face, and that's lethal, not to mention the 5/6 would also hit their face. Wait, why did I get a 5/5 now all of a sudden? What the heck? What? Yeah, we're definitely not going to just keep Sir Finley or Alexandros, but the weapon's pretty good, and so is Chillfall and Baron. I like both of them. Maybe this will end up being a big paladin, and we have to actually use Sylvanas to yoink Kangor, but if not, it's fine. They're gonna play aggressive, aren't they? Gosh darn it. Do I ever coin out the Arcanite Reaper? The Arcanite Ripper, sorry. I think the answer is no. I think I coin out Chillfall and Baron, so that way it dies. I can get the Vizier, and then I'll play this like turn 4 or turn 5 a little bit later on. Hand of a Doll? More like... I don't know. I thought I was gonna have something off the dome, but I did not. Coin, Chillfall and Baron, Nerubian Vizier. It'll be good. Like, it's a good card. They might play Seal of Blood on the 4-2 and try to snowball it, in which case, hopefully, we can randomly generate Asphyxiate. And if they do, okay. Oh, that guy. If I were them, I probably would have traded first, so I would have gotten 2 pumps. But at the same time, I guess pushing 4 damage might have been better. I don't know. Pop, undead, get this card, let's see what we get. Give me something broken. Plague Strike. And it'll be 0, and we get rid of the Divine Shield. Death Strike is healing, but killing off minions currently on the board just seems really good. No, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have hit with that into the Divine Shield, I think. Oh, because Blood Boil triggers after your turn. But it says at the end of your turns, they take 2 damage. I guess end of your turn, there's like this gray area before the start of their turn. So it's not the end of your, like, in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? There's like the end phase. The end phase is still your turn. You can actually still do things during your end phase. It is still your turn. So having things happen at the end of your turn makes me think that, oh, it's still my turn. The Arcanite Ripper should probably do something. Possibly. We'll do that. Hero Power. It dies into the 1/1. We can play the Nerubian Vizier again, see what happens. Frost Strike seems pretty good over Defrost. I don't really need card draw. I don't know, I'm just a little bit confused by the whole interaction. It kind of makes sense, but it also is a bit confusing. I'd like freeze. I'd like to freeze them and just go face and ignore the 4/4. Like, I get it. Hearthstone's turn phases are different than Yu-Gi-Oh's, which is the other card game I played the most, but it's just weird wording. Like, why doesn't Blood Boil happen at the start of their turn then, if it's not gonna work the way that I think it should work? Boogie down? Oh! Oh, that's pretty good for them. Oh, because I got off a Frost Strike. I was like, what the heck just happened? But Blood Boil comes down, should probably heal me up a decent amount. Actually, I don't know if I want a Blood Boil. I think I would rather go Howling Blast here, and then kill off these 2 minions, and then play this for a corpse. I just want that to go away and get rid of the Divine Shields at the same time. I guess technically I should have done this first. Sindragosa curves out pretty soon, turn 7. I don't have a 7 drop, so I like that the most. And then 2/2, so they live, and then keep my 1/1 alive as well. I can play like you into Hero Power into you next turn, so the next one's free, possibly. I mean, it's at the, again, it's at the end of my turn. Again, in like Yu-Gi-Oh, your end phase is still your turn. Like, again, I understand why, because it's different in Hearthstone. I was just confused at the moment, because I was like, what the heck just happened? But it makes sense. Boom, plus Blood Boil. Hero Power. This goes here, this goes, wait. This goes here. And then, I actually don't want this to die, and I don't really care about this. So, and it's not like these things die in 1 hit anyway. So I think I just go full face. No. Let's just wait for let's just have them all die in heal 10. And now you're infused, which is nice. I should have understood how the interaction works, to be honest. It should not have been that hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is what Death Strike is for, to kill this piece of thing, the garbage off. Oh my god. We're gonna play the Ripper, and then we're going to play Death Strike to heal up a bunch. And then we are going to... I don't know if I want to keep killing this off, because they can just summon it for super cheap. Let's just kill off some 1/1s and pump this up a bit more. We can play you next turn. We can play this. We can also yoink the 4/4 so they lose a good amount of their pumps. I might just yoink their 4/4 so they lose a good amount of their pumps. The DJ Mana Storm deck? Yeah, I actually kind of want to play that deck. It's on my list of stuff to play, but it's on my list of stuff to play tomorrow. Okay, Hand of a Doll makes sense. I can kill that off with my weapon, yoink the 4/4 so that way they lose their Death Rattle, and then Hero Power, kill off a 1/1, and then we'll get a 4/4. I lied, we're not able to actually kill this off. We can yoink this, we can't kill that off, unfortunately. I mean, I guess I could yoink this, but I want to get rid of the death rattle so it doesn't continue to snowball.
I will never
Yoink it, hero power, and then we're gonna hit here. And then hit here. So we'll get a 4/4 lifesteal minion. They can hit it with the 2/1 Divine Shield taunt minion, and I heal significantly less, but it's still a 4/4. That's pretty decent. I lost against one that used Blizzard like 4 times in a row and then Pyroblast me. Yeah, Mage can pull off some shenanigans. I feel like Mage is definitely the one of the fun classes, but I don't think that it's particularly strong right now. I think it has some strong decks and some strong combos. It's just hard to pull off, I think. And if they have another big minion that I wish I could have stolen, we still have the Asphyxiate if necessary. Also, this isn't a pure deck. This is not pure Paladin because they run the Click Clocker. Is that their only neutral card? If that's their only neutral card, why on earth would they ever just like not go pure Paladin? It just doesn't make sense to me to not go pure Paladin here. I'm gonna play that, see if we can get anything good. Anti-magic shell is not the worst thing in the world, but I think Plague Strike to kill off 1-2 things is better, and then we can play like hero power. I guess I kind of also want to play the Ripper. I do kind of also want to play the Ripper. So let's do it. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, they're gonna run out of gas, right? Like, they're a Paladin deck, I'm a control deck, they only care about the board. Theoretically, I could win this game a little bit faster if I went more face, but I don't want to get bamboozled in any way here. I'm doing pretty well with pure Paladin so far, it's just that it wasn't well equipped to deal with frozen boards for that long. I mean, yeah, dealing with frozen boards when you're strictly board-based deck definitely sucks. It's the same way that like a control warlock deck that has a ton of minion removal hates dealing with burn decks because it's like, what am I supposed to do against all this damage coming from hand? Like, everything has its fair share of like counters, right? Okay. We're taking a bit of damage. Death Strike to kill this off. Death Strike. Asphyxiate. I mean, I don't even really want to asphyxiate here. I kind of want to no muncher. And then I just want to kill off this. I mean, I want to kill off the 2 things with Divine Shields, to be honest with you. They all end up, like, this ends up dying. I feel like that's not great. I feel like no muncher was actually wrong. It should have been Plague Strike to kill off this, hero power, kill off this, and we kill off the rest.
shackled.
It's fine, it's no big deal. We kill off all of these. This ends up living with quite a bit of HP. We get another lifesteal minion. Like, again, I misplayed, but at this point it doesn't really matter because the game is just over. Like, in the nicest way possible, I'm kind of just on autopilot right now. What I probably should have done was probably played the Noggling and hero powered, maybe gone a Ghost Rider, possibly. If I didn't want a hero power, it could have just been this. That might have been better. I mean, what's their win condition at this point? Like, even if they make a 5/5 from a Divine Shield, like, woo! I just hit them with Asphyxiate or Syndragosa and they lose anyway. Hello, chat. Has Ecore played a budget version of any deck yet? The answer is no, I have not played a budget version of any deck yet, unfortunately. Does it say summon or play? It says play, specifically, so it's... okay, cool. Well, we've already played the weapons at this point, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this discovers 2 spells. Not bad. Hit the Divine Shield. Wait, how much damage do I have? Did I have lethal? Did I miss something here? 10, 18. No, I didn't have lethal. It's fine. They draw a card, which is cool for them, I guess.
Pick me!
Plague Strike. And then we get a 2. Oh my gosh, it does 3 damage, not 2. I thought it was a... Again, it doesn't matter. We're misplaying a decent amount, but it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, we'll take Anti-Magic Shell, and we should be able to just win the game next turn. Oh, we get 2. Let's take the Scourge, because why the heck not? Boom, boom, boom. This hits there. I mean, it doesn't matter. I thought that it did 2 damage and summoned a 3/3 for a second. Look, I'm be honest, I've been playing this game for over 6 hours already. My brain is a little bit fried, but for the most part, we're playing fairly well, I think. For the most part, we're playing pretty well. Okay, they draw a card and get a 5/5 elemental, which again, like I said, even if they do that, we've got to asphyxiate. Like, sorry, it's not that big of a deal. You're doing great, thanks, Easy Wins. I'm trying my best out here. I'm down to keep Vampiric Blood. I know it's a bit greedy to keep, but I'm down to keep, especially with Tour Guide. That's actually really, really lucky. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think that for the Black Rock and Roll Warrior deck, Lorthamar is just a bit redundant and a bit bad. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, you're playing a big minion to pump up your minions even bigger, like, it's great. But to be fair, the one legendary card alone is enough to win like 90% of the time. If you're gonna win the game, you're gonna win with that, and then you also have the one that doubles the stats of a taunt minion, so you use that with some taunts. You don't also need Lorthamar, because at the end of the day, he's a 7 mana 14/14, which is huge. But other than that, he's really a 7 mana do nothing. If your opponent gets direct damage or has minions on the board, it would be much better to just like play another taunt minion or have an extra removal like an extra Brawl or Bladestorm or Riff or something like that. I don't exactly know. But the point is, I don't like Lorthamar in that deck. It's cool for like content reasons. And if you want to have a ton of fun, but I think optimized, Lorthamar is actually not as good. Corpse Explosion, that's interesting.
Your tour ends here.
Well, I wish I had hero powered turn 1 now, actually, because that was such a troll move. I should have hero powered right away turn 1, because now I lose the value on this. I could have had one more corpse. I'd be 1 away from Vampiric Blood at this point. I played that inefficiently. In my head, I thought that they were going to summon maybe 2 minions, right? I thought they might summon like the 2/1 Rush, that makes an outcast card cost 1 less, and then they'd play like a Sigil Runner or something, and I'd want to be able to kill off a couple of things. Or they'd play the coin, because it's an aggressive deck. But I did not expect to, I don't know, I was hoping to draw another 1 or 2 drop. It's fine, it's not the biggest deal in the world. We still have a very good hand here with Corpse Explosion, as well as the Screaming Banshee, which is insanely good, by the way. Like, this card, you cannot ignore it. This card is something your opponents literally have to deal with, or they are going to lose the game, because it keeps summoning souls. And it itself is a 3/6 lifesteal card. Like, it is so good. I can go Vampiric Blood and Hero Power, and it's fine. No real major misplays. Only the one at the beginning of the game, but it's kind of evened itself out at this point. I guess arguably I could have saved it until I drew the Arcanite Ripper.
It is our time to...
But I mean, if I don't have it in my hand, there's really no reason to like hold on to it for some reason. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Oh. This could be a Blood Boil angle, possibly. Chillfall and Baron, Hero Power for now. We're not gonna heal up, so there's no reason to play the Banshee. We get Death Strike. I'll hit a 1/1. I'll hit a 1/1. So that way, if they play the thing that buffs attack, if a rush minion ever attacks, we can deal with it. I mean, we just wanted to take less damage from these rush minions pumping up the attacks of other cards. We're gonna end up taking like 3 less damage now if they do happen to play that card right here. The meta is not gonna be control heavy, it never is. I mean, that's not necessarily true. What do you mean it never is? I mean, it was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but Control Warrior, there was Control Res Priest and Control Dragon Priest, there was Galakron Priest. There was, there were definitely a fair share of control decks. There were some Control Freeze Mages, Control Paladins, always been like low-key a thing. Also, fucking 10 damage from your weapon? Already? You're nuts. Control Warlock? Like, there have been metas where those decks have been good and kind of dominated. It's been a while, but they definitely haven't. No way, there's absolutely 0 shot you hit my 2/2. Okay, thank goodness. If they hit my 2/2, I would legitimately think that they were a viewer throwing for content. I'm not even kidding. Luckily, they aren't a viewer throwing for content. They didn't hit with these extra 1/1s, which is kind of weird, but not really gonna be too upset about that. We're gonna go Blood Boil. We're gonna go Tour Guide, Hero Power, hit this. And then we're gonna heal 8. This time we're actually going to Hero Power. Minor misplay turn 1, but this matchup is so favored for me, I don't think it really matters. Where can I copy the deck? All you gotta do is ask, and I will send you the deck code. Copy deck code, pasta deck code. There you go, my friend. Okay. Worst case scenario, I'll Death Strike that. Best case scenario, I'll kill it with something small and then play the Screaming Banshee and go crazy. Rush the stage? I mean, that makes sense. Okay, fair enough. Gonna kill off. Okay, that's not great. Okay, could you please not do that, possibly? Oh no, Corpse Explosion into the Thaumaturge. We'll have just enough corpses to pull it off. It'll do 4 damage, and then we'll play this. And it'll live with a little bit of HP. Sylvanas, cool. We play Corpse Explosion. It'll do enough damage. We live with 1. Or we don't live with 1. We have 1 corpse left. We play this. And I'll take another Death Strike. The more healing, the better. And good single target removal. This into this turn 9, kind of nuts. We'll probably play this Hero Power turn 8. This turn 9. Security! Never is hyperbolic, indeed, but Hearthstone tends to be faster than ultra slow and greedy. Well, that's because when it was control, everybody complained about it, and now we're getting to the point where a lot of people are complaining about the aggro, and so there might be a shift at some point in the not super distant future, I think. I mean, even right now, I think that the meta has actually significantly slowed down. Like, yes, there's some really good aggro matchups, but most of my games are going fairly long. Big Beast Hunter gets to turn 10 pretty consistently. Big Paladin does. The Control Warlock does. Death Knight does. Druid, because of all of its armor gain with its hero power, can usually survive until turn 10. It's not good, but it can last a while and does okay against some aggro decks. Like, I realize now that this is not great. Whoa. I might just, I know that I want to play this into that, but I think Soul Stealer might just be a bit better. Gives me a ton of corpses. It wipes the entire board. I haven't even taken that much damage, so you don't even have to play the Banshee and Death Strike. Unless they're running some sort of crazy combo, which I guess they could, because they've had a card in their hand since turn 1 and turn 0, but one of them was this, and it's not gonna save them at all. My games are going along as well, but should wait for the meta to settle before making a definitive statement. That's true too. Obviously the meta right now is gonna be very different from what the meta is gonna be in a week, and that's gonna be different than what it's gonna be in like 2 to 3 weeks. And then around 2 to 3 weeks after the first set of nerfs come in, probably, I think that it'll be a lot more stable. Like, we'll have a better idea of what it's gonna be. This will deal 2, this will kill this, and then I guess we'll just play Patchwork, because why the heck not? It kills off a 1/3. I mean, okay, I should have killed this and then played Patchwork. Gosh darn it, we killed it. Again, it doesn't matter. We've already won the game. The game's over. They lose 3 things. They lost the Sage, they lost this, they're just done, yeah. And that's the thing with control decks. At a certain point, you get so far ahead, you just kind of play for fun. We're gonna keep the Ripper, and we're going to keep the Body Bagger because corpses are broken. But yeah, I don't know. Personally, I like slow games. So, you saying that people would probably enjoy slower games more? I mean, yeah, or faster games more. Like, if you lose a 4-turn game, it feels better than losing a, like, 17, 18, 19-turn game plus, all the way into fatigue. And I think there's some truth to that. But at the same time, I don't know. If I lose the game in 4 turns, it's more frustrating for me personally, because I'm like, there's nothing I could have done differently to have changed the outcome of that game. Do I want another Ripper? I mean, I guess. I mean, it's a pretty good card. I don't really need anything else. It gives me a lifesteal minion. But if I lose a game that was like 19 turns long, I'm like, okay, over the course of 19 turns and all the decisions I made, I could have played better somewhere along the lines. And that's why I like longer games, because I can look back and think like, oh, I could have done this better, or oh, I could have done that better. That's my thought process for longer games versus shorter games. I know that's not everybody's mindset though. Like, I'm not delusional. I know that everybody has their own personal preferences, but when I did a poll on what meta people prefer, 5,000 people, more than 5,000 people answered, and it was almost a majority, not just a plurality, but almost a majority in favor of control. Hold up, maybe I can find it real quick. I think I want to just play school teacher and then hit this. Let's see what we discover first, and then I'll show you the poll. Anti-magic shell. I don't mind anti-magic shell, especially if I play like tour guide next turn for cheap and this ends up surviving for a turn. Anti-magic shell sounds pretty good.
Your soul
Smack.
is mine.
Summon a minion. This goes space. We need to just basically kill them before they get Frostring's Fury. But where is it? 49% of people said they prefer control as like the way they play their game. Aggro is actually second, or no, mid-range was second, and then aggro very close. But like, and obviously this sample size of only 5,000 people could also be biased because I say I like control all the time. So it's not exactly accurate, but it just goes to show that like people want to see control again, and I think that we probably will see control again. And I think that this expansion is probably the first thing that like really shows that might happen. Let's go tour guide into this, into hero power, this goes here, and then these go face, and we heal up a decent amount. And the goal is, by turn 7, to get them so low we can kill them with the Gnome Muncher over 5 HP. Secret Rogue is so much fun. It's the first deck I tried because I missed Hanar and Secret Mage of the old days. Can say Secret Rogue is doing well because people are confused as hell. Yeah, I want to play that deck. It actually is one of the decks I want to play, and I might just decide to play it after this deck is done. Because it looks really fun. I don't think it's necessarily good, but like a 40 card jackpot Secret Rogue seems pretty solid. 5, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We can't quite kill him with the Gnome Muncher. And then it's just gonna go 2, 2. This goes here, these go face. We still have one more turn before we have to worry about the Frostring's Fury, so I'd rather just get as big of a ward as possible. I mean, this is pretty solid, right? Like, I don't really think that this is in a bad spot. I don't think they can freeze me or anything. Cool.